I need to put this in my skin quickly. I need to quickly blend this in on the way downstairs. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have, this is what we're doing, a get ready with me of this look. It was me kind of pulling through things, trying to figure out what maybe I want to take with me when we go on holiday at the end of this month. I'm trying to kind of put together my makeup bag, try some things that I'm like, do I like this? Do I like that? What do I like more? Just so that I'm not like overpacking really. And along the way, we're also going to try some stuff that is brand new to me. So yeah, I mean, the eyebrows don't look as crazy now as they did while I was doing them, but I'll reserve judgment for when I come to edit, and I'm interested to see what you guys think along the way. But yeah, thanks for watching in advance. And here is me before. This is amazing. It's the Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer. This was sent to me, but I have also purchased it since then. It's like hard to explain because it looks like a tinted moisturizer, doesn't it? But it is actually quite sheeny. It's got a real glow to it. Put it on the back of my hand. The lighting, it's that time of day. Let's see if I can zoom you right in. It's got kind of a sheen. Oh, there you go. There you go. It's got that sheen to it. So although it looks like a tinted moisturizer, it's really illuminating. I love it for just kind of top half of my, I mean, I'm putting it everywhere now, but top half of my face, when I do a very minimal base, it just gives me such a gorgeous glow. So I think this has to go. This has to go in the holiday makeup bag. I will do a what's in the bag as and when I've decided on everything. Now the next thing, I wore this yesterday and I was like, apparently this has been discontinued. Watch this space because I've not looked into this, but a couple of people have messaged me. That would be a travesty because it's amazing. First of all, this in Calico, my ultimate shade match. It's the Hydra Luminous from number 7. Love this. But recently I've been using this a lot, and this is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. They're completely different animals, really. When I used this yesterday, it really made me remember how much I loved it, and it gave me... I don't think it gives quite as much coverage. Should we do a half and half? I mean, this is just a kind of a playing around with makeup. So let's do a half and half and just see. I don't know how close these colours are going to be to each other. I think this is thicker. This is a lot peachier. This is a lot more neutral. This is just perfect. Just perfect. You can definitely see a shade difference, but also that this is just, it almost has got like a greenness to it compared to this one, because this is so much more yellow. Isn't that weird? But the Hydra Luminous is, I mean, obviously hydrating, obviously luminous, but it looks like skin. It gives a little bit of coverage. It's more than a tinted moisturizer, but it always looks so natural. It wears so nicely. I've got nothing bad to say about it. This one, however, from memory, gives me more coverage, but it's not foolproof. Like if my skin's not good, if I've got like dryness and like fine lines that I feel like I'm a little bit dehydrated, this is gonna show. So it's perfect when my skin is good, whereas the Hydra Luminous I think it's good regardless. I did shave my face today. Important note perhaps. So I do have particularly smooth skin around this area. I mean, looking in the mirror, ooh, do you know what? The Hydra Luminous has weirdly exaggerated the texture on my face here. I don't know if that's just light. Maybe. I'll take you out in the light at the end. But it weirdly kind of matches. I don't know if my skin texture is just hugely different on this side of my face versus this side of my face. This is very, very apparent to me in the magnifying mirror, and this is very blurred. But I have said this before and people have told me I'm wrong. If you kind of like cut this down the middle, this side of my face is aging faster than this side. And someone once pointed out this to me, out to me like a dermatologist person. Not to be cruel, but she was talking about sunscreen and being in the car, and she asked me whether or not I drove long distances. And this side of my face, you can't necessarily, it's not like super obvious, but I can see it. And there are certain things, like for example, my pigmentation is worse on this side. Like everything kind of like is slightly lower on this side, even like totally relaxing my eyes. This eye has like dropped a little bit. Everything. And I truly believe that is from sitting outside school, waiting for the school run. I mean, hours of my life spent in a greenhouse, effectively sitting with the sun on that side of my face. I used to actually try and sit in the back of the car because it was so bright. I just don't think that that can be discounted as a serious thing that could be true. So I'm a lot more careful about SPF now. I was already wearing SPF this morning because I've been out doing things. But yeah. Also, while we're on the topic, I know that it all depends on how much you're using of what, but the NARS just have SPF 30 in it, if that's going to sway you one way or another, and I have been really happy with it. But that's interesting, just pitting them against each other. It wasn't my intention to do that, but interesting. Right, I think this is definitely going in. The Quick Colour Contour Super Gel from Beauty Pie. This has been something that I have loved ever since I got it. It's just... Oh, someone's at the door. I need to put this in my skin quickly. I need to quickly blend this in on the way downstairs so I don't look super crazy. At this point, I think I exclusively get people come to the door when I'm either making a video or I'm on a call. Anyway, I quickly did that, so I'm just going to build it up a little bit. I love a little bit of bronze. Oh, I think I squeezed it a bit too much in my panic. This is my issue with this packaging. I always leave it open and then it's a problem, and then it's too messy to close. Someone said I need to take some like tissue paper and close it that way, but I also feel like I'm wasting product that way. I don't know. Anyway, I love this. It blends so well. It's better than, I mean, you kind of would expect it to be for the price, but I'll tell you anyway, it is better than the Primark one because that's the one I was using all the time. But it's also better than the Charlotte Tilbury, which I felt was too, what's the word I'm looking for? It was like too translucent. It kind of looked patchier. It didn't blend as well. I just didn't like it as much, is the long and the short of it. Of course, the problem is then that my neck doesn't match. I mean, the main problem is my neck doesn't match my neck at all. My neck doesn't match my neck. My neck doesn't match my face, like full stop, even without any makeup on. But I really love that. That is going in, for sure. In terms of blush, now, I do have one from Beauty Pie that I love, love, love. It is so gorgeous. It's this Fresh Faced Super Cheek. I've already told you about this. It's so pretty. And I'm going to put this on just so you can see how gorgeous it is. It's like muted neon is the best way that I can describe this. It's so pretty. But weirdly, my very favourite of all time blush is NARS Sex Appeal. And it's very pale. But I, many times, have described that as like a muted neon because there's something, I suppose luminous is probably the right word. It's not got sparkle in it. It's not shimmery. But there's something weirdly lit from within about these almost neon tones. Like, what is that? What is the word that I'm looking for a muted neon? It's like, it's not a pastel. It's not like dull. It's so vibrant, but still under control. What do I mean? Muted. That is kind of it. And I really love this colour. I intended to do half and half, and I was going to show you NARS on the other side, but I'm just going to layer this up with NARS. I'm taking them both. I was kind of thinking, we're going for like 5 days. I don't need to take 2 blushes with me. That's crazy, Kyla. You don't need 2 blushes. I think I do. I think I do need 2 blushes. The other one that I love is this. As you can see, it's very, very pale, but there's something weirdly vibrant about it. And I have talked about this, and I know it doesn't work for everyone because I've been told that there are some of you who have bought this and been disappointed. And I don't know what to tell you. It's just my favourite. It is something that I feel you can't ever have too much of this on, and I am quite heavy-handed. I'm layering it, so we're going big blush for me today. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you can't go too strong with that particular blush. Right, now, I have got quite a few things that are brand new, never before tried. This is exciting. I haven't filmed this haul yet, so I don't know what order I'm doing things in, but it may have already gone up. One of the things, I suppose this is two of the things, are these. They are brow products. So I've been growing out my eyebrows. I've been using Rapid Brow. Would highly recommend if you've got terrible, you know, over plucked 2000s brows. Rapid Brow 100% works. Absolutely incredible. I was watching a vlog, an old vlog the other day from pre-microblading days, and I said to Lee, in spite of the fact that they look pink and they faded weird, I don't even care, because looking back at the eyebrows that I had pre-microblading, I'm still glad that the microblading gives me shape. I wake up in the morning and I've got brows. Before it was just like a wisp of an idea of an eyebrow. So, you know, you can't have everything, but I'm glad that I've got something. So what I've been trying to do is work with the new brow hair that I've got to try and kind of disguise that a little bit. I have been tinting them, although it's been a minute since I did that. But I'd seen some really good things about Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. So I bought the mini size, and this is my first time trying it. Get my tiny mirror. My tiny but very zoomed in mirror, which is not necessarily fit for purpose. There might be a better mirror. Maybe I'll just try, yeah, I'll just try this one. So I'm going to try and comb them. I never ever pluck them, and I'm not plucking them at all, and then I'm going to try and shape them nicely just before we go away. Shall we do a zoom in on this? You'll be horrified probably. Combed already. Can't believe how much brow hair I've got. All Rapid Brow. All Rapid Brow. Once you start seeing that it makes a difference, you don't have to use it every single day, because once you stop using it, it will come back to what it was before. Like, you won't keep the brow hairs. It only works for the cycle that it works for. So bear that in mind. Once you see it making a difference, which I think is a matter of maybe 2 weeks max, then you can back off a little bit. You can start using it every 2 or 3 days just to get the most for your money. That's how I do it. And I've also heard some really good things about the Ordinary Brow, not gel, brow conditioner, like the brow growth serum stuff. So once the Rapid Brow is finished up, I am going to give that a go. Right, so there's this, which honestly, at first glance, my hairs aren't particularly unruly. There's not a lot going on there. They're very, very fine. It's not, I don't feel like it's holding them up very well. So the other thing that I got was this thing from Morphe, and I thought this might be something that helps to like, but in hindsight, I don't think my brows are those kind of brows. Like, I kind of want to like stay up there. I don't think my brows need super taming. What I would like is something that makes them stay up here, and I don't know if that exists, because surely Anastasia is the creme de la creme, and if that doesn't do it, will anything? It's just this part. Go up there. Stay up there. The next brow product I bought was another thing from Anastasia. Can you believe I never tried this? Their brow pomade. It was such a big thing, and I was just not into those like Instagram brows. To be fair, I'm like pretty pleased with them as they are. It's this one really, because this one has that natural arch and this one had less of it naturally. So the way that they microbladed it was, it gives it more lift here than it actually has. I just want to keep the hair up there, you know, because otherwise it makes it look like I've got a weirdly thick arch. Right, I assume this is the right kind of brush for this. Teeny little one. And I'll tell you in a second. The shade that I used, it already feels like too much. Yikes. I think this is gonna, I think this is gonna take some practice. Yeah, this is definitely gonna take some practice. I also wanted to do the brow gel first. I wanted to do the brow gel first and then fill them in. But I suspect that this is not going over the brow gel very nicely. It's kind of like a bit bitty. And I didn't want to go really, really heavy. Yikes. Right, the colour that I got is soft brown. Okay, well, we're trying things, I'm kind of starting there because I feel like I don't want it to be really aggressively dark here. So I'm starting at the arch and then trying to spread that product from there, and it is not working out that way. I used that clear gel again, and I don't know whether or not it's just me, if it's my application, if it's because I'm not sure what I'm doing or what, or maybe it's just that this is the wrong shade for me, it's too dark, but this does not look right. I think partially this is just that I'm not used to having a really strong brow, but I'll have a little bit of practice with this. Also, this is just the NYX eye primer that I've put on, and I'm going to do, this was another thing, what do I want to take for eyes? I've not been doing a lot of anything really. Do you know what my favourite thing to do recently has been? And oh, I'm reaching for one of my clean brushes now. Isn't this exciting? My favourite thing to do in terms of eyes recently has been to use some bronzer. This is just the Hoola Light, and just that over my eyelids. I think I'm just really feeling a bronzy look at the moment, and it's just, I don't know if it's like summer is starting or what, but the whole thing feels very low maintenance, which now I think the eyebrows are ruining. Ideally, like if I could have any eyebrows in the world, I'd just like those gorgeous, thick, almost unruly looking eyebrows that I would never do anything with. I'd just slick them back, bit of mascara, bronzer, and that would be like my whole look. I think that would be what I was into. But unfortunately, I was not blessed with those eyebrows to begin with, but what eyebrows I was blessed with, I plucked into oblivion. Just realised I've got my ring on my other hand. I had a conversation yesterday, and I was like fiddling throughout the conversation, and I've put my ring, I was like, that, am I reversed? What's going on? My ring's on my other hand. Not on purpose. Ooh, let's have a spritz of perfume. I'm also trying to get in the habit of using things like perfume on a daily basis, because I feel like it's just, you know, right. I'm going to turn on my curling iron. I'm going to do something about this hair. Also, another thing that is in my shall I take pile. Are we just going to go, I'll just do this as well. We've already got so much in terms of cheek stuff. I'll do this as well. This is the On The Glow bronze. This particular shade, I can't tell you. What is it? Oh, Beach Glow. I thought it was on the bottom. It's on the back. Beach Glow. So recently, I have been using this as like my only cheek. Sometimes not even mascara. A little bit of something on my base. And this. And it makes me feel, it gives me that kind of like thing that I'm talking about. That like bronzed, I want to say surfer girl, but I'll tell you what it is. And some of you will already know. The Marissa Cooper look. And I kind of want to put it over the nose as well, but I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to not. So look how different, like, my face is now completely different colour to my hands. And there's no fake tan involved. But a lot of that is just that my face actually is a different colour to my hands. Oh! I love it. Just a bronzed look. The brows are too much though. The brows are too heavy. They are kind of the right colour for my hair colour, but it's too heavy, isn't it? It's too heavy. I don't actually know what I want to do with my hair. Part of me just wants to like make it look a little bit more put together because it was all over the shop. I don't want to curl it. I just want it to be less frazzled. I washed my hair this morning and went out for a walk, and while I was walking, my hair dried, and it's not the best. It's not the best way to do my hair in the wind. So I just want to look a little bit more put together. Isn't that what they always say? But I don't want a fully curled style. If any of you are considering cutting your hair, this should just be the one thing that really pushes you over the edge. It takes me minutes. From air dried hair to like actually done hair. Minutes of my life. Minutes of my life. Right, so one of the things that I did buy a lot of was lip liners. So I'm not sure whether or not I want to do a lip liner. I'm going to do a lip liner. I've got something special, but I think I'm going to save that for the haul. And it is this Hourglass Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm. I've never used it yet, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, I forgot I bought something else. I bought the YSL Touche Clay. I bought a lot of stuff. I've been on a bit of a tear. I've been on a bit of a shopping tear. But I'm actually going to use this today. This is the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil in Ambition Statement. And I can't find my mirror. My mirror is where? Ooh, I love these lip liners. NYX lip liners are real serious contenders for me for the, what's it? Oh, it must be warm today because all the products that would be a little bit solid are less so. Must be warm today. It is milder. Yeah, they're a real contender for the Urban Decay. Ooh, this is the NYX lip mask in lemon meringue. And ordinarily, like I say, it's really thick and quite set up, and because the weather has turned a little bit and it's obviously warm in here, I think I feel quite warm actually. Milo's not been very well and I worry that I might have whatever he had. Anyway, it's on my knee, and this, I don't know if it's the same as the original one. It feels like it is, and then it's completely shiny. I mean, the original Rêve de Miel would never, not in my experience anyway. So that as like a topper to a lip liner to make it into a lip stick might be exactly what I'm looking for. Do you know what? While I've got you, why not whack on some of this? The High Coverage YSL. This is a concealer. The other one is a highlighter. I mentioned this on Instagram and someone was like, it's not a concealer. It is. It is. It's a concealer. This is new-ish, newer than the original, obviously. And so it's still the same kind of deal. But it actually does give you a little bit of coverage. The shade I have is 1.5. I think I probably could have had a paler shade. However, this was all that was available. They didn't have any paler shades in stock. Shall I? I'm going to do it with a damp sponge, much as I don't usually. I told you I cleaned all my makeup brushes and like applicators and things yesterday. I feel like a new woman. The beginning of the month and I was all over it. Like, yes, let's have a bit of a fresh start, a bit of a spring clean. I'm trying to get ahead a little bit as well, because usually when I do travel content, I always am like, oh, it's too early, I'll do it nearer the time. And then I rush it out and I have such fun with it. So I'm going to start making that soon. Ooh. See, I think it's a very natural still finish, but it does add coverage. And I don't love concealers because I find that they kind of crease and look heavy and they don't necessarily flatter everyone all the time, but I think that looks really nice. Maybe I'll feel differently when it comes to editing, but I think that that is going to be my new favourite. And it was £20 instead of 30 on Boots. By the time you see this, it might not be, but that's the reason that I bought it. In terms of powder, I'm going to have to take something. It's probably going to be a pressed powder. What have I got in my... Yeah, there's too many things on my knee right now. It's probably going to be this MAC blotting powder. I've got another one that's got a little bit more of it in there, but it's probably going to be that. I tend to like to use this little, I think this is the setting brush from Real Techniques, and I just do the corner under my eyes, down here, not even necessarily my nose, my chin, but not that bit because that gets dry and not cute, and then in between my eyebrows, just there a little bit. It's kind of T-zone, but I don't have to do my nose. It's just there. I love it. I love it. Definitely some of these products will be coming with me on holiday. I will share with you once I've done my final makeup and toiletries. I love that. It's so much fun to do travel content. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'm going to do like what I'm taking with me wardrobe wise. I'm going to try things on. While I'm there, I might try and do like outfits of the week, but you may have already seen them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to some like, summer stuff, summer content. It being warmer and just feeling lighter and fresher and sunnier. It's going to be good. Hope you guys are feeling positive. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.